Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so sorry for all of the issues. If you didn't catch my post on YouTube community as well as Twitter yesterday, I basically, unfortunately, my car broke down while I was on my way to drop my daughter off with grandma for spring break. And yeah, car broke down. This is the third time that happened. Literally in about a year. The first time my car broke down was last April. Got it. I got it in August. It took that long to fix the first time. Or no, sorry. Got it in July. Then it broke down again in August. Didn't have it all the way till February. Then got my car in February back. I've had loaners for free this entire time. So dealership is great. But man, it's just been so many issues. And basically, the first 2 times it was overheating. This time it was just like shaking and not sure what happened really, but all kinds of crazy. So yeah, all this kind of stuff. So really, all this kind of stuff went down, but luckily, you know, everything was safe. I got off the shoulder lane, no problem, barely, but still, everything was fine. So sorry for that delay. Today, I was just tired apparently. As soon as I got home from work, I basically just knocked out. So I didn't get the video up on time as I told you I would be at 8:30 or 8:15. Didn't do it till 9 obviously. But thank you for those of you who are watching us live, and thank you for everyone catching it thereafter. Just as you can tell by my voice and frustration, been a couple busy days, and I definitely added Hyundai at Twitter. I was just like, hey guys, can we just get me a new car? Like, we can make it a feel-good commercial. We can do all this kind of stuff, you know, at them. Let them know YouTube Tech Guy needs a new car because he's trying to buy a house this year and he can't buy a new one. All right, without further ado, let's get to the news. And the first bit of news comes on the Note 10s. So there are some news coming around with the Note 10s, and it's pretty important because the rumors are currently now that there will be 4 Note 10s. And we discussed it, I think, 2 weeks ago. There would be 3 Note 10s. So that was just craziness already. But now there's starting to be 4 Note 10s. Now, which Note 10s are we getting? So we're getting the regular Note 10. All good, nothing changed. Then we're getting the Note 10e, a lighter version of the Note 10, mind you. And then on top of that, we're supposedly getting the Note 10 Pro. And then on top of that, we're getting the Note 10 5G. Now, I said last, I think it was 2 weeks ago, that I did believe we were getting the Note 10, the Note 10e, and the Note 10 5G. Those are the 3 that I originally had said that I expect us to be getting. This new report is saying now that actually we're expecting 4, because there's also going to be a Note 10 Pro. I really just don't agree with that. I think that it's too much to get a Pro as well as a 5G variant. I think you're going to see the 5G version of the S10 not do as well because of that exact same reason, because we already have a S10 Plus. So S10 Plus between the S10 5G, not really worth it in terms of price difference, especially because 5G just isn't going to be it. We have come up with a video too, so I am planning on doing a video soon on 5G and why you don't need it till 2021. So yeah, the reports that are coming in from 5G from Verizon and other carriers really shows my greatest fears of 5G, and 5G is just nowhere near what we need, and it's really going to underperform, I feel like. So let me know what you guys think. I am fine with the 10e, 10, and 10 5G. But I think adding a Note 10 Pro, and it's supposed to be a Note 10 Pro instead of a Note 10 Plus, but, you know, we'll see, subject to change, obviously. Let me know what you guys think about getting 4 Galaxy Note phones, because I'm not sure about that. Alright, then we also have the, speaking of Pro, the OnePlus 7 Pro. Now, the OnePlus 7 Pro is supposedly imminent. At least the OnePlus 7 version is, and the Pro might come out later, is what we're currently hearing. But basically, the OnePlus 7 is being talked about right now because the OnePlus 6T just went down in price again. So it could be imminent that the OnePlus is coming out sooner than later. Now, typically we get, you know, around May, June, July is where the regular OnePlus typically comes out, and the OnePlus T variant comes out in October or November typically. So coming out a little bit earlier could be good, actually. I think if it would come out in April, it would be a really good time if it would come out in these next 2 weeks. I don't know if we'll get it that quick. I have a feeling May is still probably going to be it, but that's going to be curious because you're already, as we'll see in a second, getting information about Google releasing a new Pixel during this time frame. So won't that be interesting too? Not mid-range, but entry-level flagship phones coming out at the same time. I think that'll be really interesting in terms of sales. So, speaking of which, the Google Pixels do look like the Pixel 3a and the Pixel 3a XL are going to be coming out May 7th. Now, it's really curious to see what price ranges these phones will be and how they exactly will look. But it is evident that, yes, we are getting them on May 7th. And overall, I'm very curious to see what these phones have to bring. Because quite honestly, processor we know is going to be lower. That's fine. But if they can bring the same camera that we have currently on the other Pixel smartphones for a lower price point of maybe $400 and $500, I think it's going to be closer to $500 and $600, to be honest, guys. I think that's what we're going for, $500 and $600. But if we do get it for $400 and $500, I think these are going to be really good offerings, just because what does everyone say that the Pixel's good for? The camera. So if you can get that same camera in a cheaper thing with everything else, like you can downgrade everything else. Well, I don't know if you could really downgrade the RAM more than 4 gigs, but if you can, you know, slower processor, a little bit less even battery, things like that, those are things that I think for a camera trade-off, some people might prefer. Let me know what you guys think. It is May 7th, though, that these phones are going to be coming out. And I believe that they will not only be announced that day, I think they will be available that day, or at least available for pre-order that day. As usually when Google announces something, it's available for pre-order the same day. Alright, and then we have the Moto Razr foldable phone. Now, it is passed through this Bluetooth certification, but not only that, it looks like it might be, unfortunately. Now, it could be an unlocked variant as well, which we're hoping it is. But it's looking like Moto Razr, the foldable phone that we've been hearing about forever, that looks better and better each time we're hearing about it, could be a Verizon exclusive, which would really be a shame, to be quite honest. I mean, if it was just a bit better in terms of what it had, I think it would do a lot better. Let me know what you guys think about this news. Are you excited about this phone at all? Again, when we were talking before about the price point, I think that's going to hurt it. If it is priced anywhere near $1,500, I think it's too high of a price. I think it would have to be at most $1,000, if not less, especially because it had mid-range specs, and that is not going to be good for that kind of price point. Even though it's a foldable phone, I just think it's going to have a hard time pushing, especially if it does have a notch as well. Like, really? So, yeah, I don't think it'll do good in that case. And I think Moto should just get away from Verizon, because I think that's what caused it to get hurt for so long, it being a more Verizon exclusive brand. Alright, and then I thought this news was very interesting. So, we know everything about Huawei. It's like, it's been time and time again, we've heard about Huawei and their issues, and everyone is afraid to work with Huawei in the US because of the fact that, yeah, they could have the Chinese government spy on them. Even though they have not only denied this, they have said that their lawyers have said they do not have to agree to it if the Chinese government said, let me see your stuff or give us a back door. They said that they can actually fight the Chinese government in that. Now, is that true? Is that just saving face? All that kind of stuff is all politics, which we're not going to deal with here. But we have a very interesting thing. A Chinese company that is based in China and that is in many people's devices is a Huawei-like threat, apparently. So many of you may have heard of the new app called TikTok, and that is a Chinese-based company. And the whole fear of this company now is the fact that, well, wait a minute, this company can have the same issue, but not only that, it's one of the most downloaded apps right now in the world for the past month or so. So, in Q1, basically. So, here's the thing. Because it's so high rated on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store, and overall downloads, it's #1. That's a problem, right? Because if you're concerned about, well, the Chinese government's lying, well, this is a company that's software-based, in my opinion, kind of a little bit more threatening in terms of just hardware or a 5G antenna maker, this is actually like, you know, people are willingly giving their information to a social media account, and if the Chinese government has a backdoor into their app, that to me is a lot more concerning than a smartphone maker having access to it. Like, it's just like, this is ironic in my opinion, just because of how much fearful we've always had of Huawei in the press and the media. Especially, I live in the United States, so I get this firsthand, and I think of them as like a pioneering company. Yet in the past few months, this company out of nowhere kind of came up, and you know, I've seen the ads, I've seen the advertisements. I'm not interested at all in TikTok, but the fact that this is that big, and again has the same issue of, it's a Chinese company, all based in China, and if they are in bed with the Chinese government, you have the same kind of issue, but without anyone kind of noticing for a long time. And the curious thing about this is okay, the US government could ban sales of Huawei phone, right? They could ban that. Can they ban downloads of this? That's interesting, because that would mean removing software that's already on your phone. Can they do that? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Again, don't go too much into politics part of it, but I just want your overall thoughts on the security, and if you would download TikTok, if you have TikTok on your phone, and did you know about this kind of Huawei-like issue that it could have on your own smartphone or privacy. Alright, in other news, we did get the Tab S5e being announced, and it will be coming out April 26th. You can pre-order right now and get a free Samsung SmartThings Hub. I like SmartThings Hub because if you ever want to build a smart home in throughout your house and use Z-Wave, which is instead of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, it's a really great frequency. My friend swears by it just because it's a lot more secure. Very possible in terms of just very inexpensive things. So yeah, SmartThings is great. And the Tab S5e is a great tablet. I wish Samsung had a better trade-in process for their tablets, because they were going to give me like, what, $75 for my tablet that I just got last year for my daughter. I would have upgraded if they would have given me like 150 or something like that, but, or 120 even at least. But yeah, it's a very interesting tablet. I don't know if we'll be getting it in the channel. We already have a Huawei tablet that we're reviewing, as well as some other products, so we will be considering getting this one, but maybe not at launch. And then we have the last one, which is a big news that happened right before or right after we did Mobile Weekly last week, and that is that Huawei is open to selling 5G modems to Apple. Now, take all the stuff we talked about TikTok, and that is what the fear of Huawei is, right? But here's the thing. Huawei is one of the leaders right now in 5G chips. Qualcomm is the other one, obviously, and Intel is way back there that might not be able to get it out to Apple till 2021. Basically, they will have their chips ready next year, but Apple needs to build upon those chips way earlier than that. So if they don't have it this year, then they won't be able to have it ready for next year's. So that is very problematic, actually, because obviously then that would have Apple 2 years behind the 5G trend that carriers are going to be pushing like crazy. So in the past that didn't matter because Apple was Apple and that's everything. In a downslope, which Apple's currently facing, and yes, we know they're going to get 3 iPhones this year, but can they afford to be 2 years out of 5G? I don't think they can afford that right now, actually, in terms of their downslope. But here's the thing. For 5G modems, Huawei is actually open to selling to Apple. Now, Huawei has not commented on this. Apple has not commented on this. But it's a very interesting proposition just because of how will this chess game play out. Because overall, I think there will, to be quite honest, I think there will have to be a end-up resolution between Huawei and the US government, and hopefully something could work out in there, because if Apple really pushes for this, it's a very interesting thing to see what could happen. And I think, quite honestly, Apple should push for this because Intel is just too far behind. I think Intel is just not good at mobile, period. Their antennas for 4G have never been on the same level as Qualcomm. And Huawei is a really good chip maker in terms of the Kirin processors that they have. Right now, I'm currently reviewing as my secondary phone the Honor View 20. And it is a awesome phone. It has that killer design, and I'm really liking it. It's a secondary phone. Gotten some really good photos of it. Honestly, some photos that actually even beat the iPhone. Just saying. Currently my review process for low light. So yeah, it's been fun testing this one out, and the processor feels so snappy. It's so quick, and it's a mid-range price, similar to the OnePlus 6T. So again, these kind of things make it very interesting to see if that would be very interesting. 5G chip wouldn't really allow Huawei to have any kind of backdoor, really, into Apple's ecosystem, because Huawei doesn't have access to anything Apple ecosystem-wise. So, very interesting. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Alright guys, now let's get to your questions. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section right now, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Let's start off with the awesome 2 super chats from earlier. Quiet Storm, $6 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Just a little bit to help the hard work you had to go through. Thank you. I appreciate it. Was a little annoying and frustrating this past week, but I really wanted to make sure to get out a video for you guys. And yeah, lots of other videos still coming. And Alex Rudd, thank you for the $2 super chat. Hope you get your car fixed. I hope I do too. It looks fine now, but it's more everything that's been through. All right, let's get to your questions. Phil, Ricky, what up? Hey, what's up, man? Happy Monday. Just got the fingerprint update. You got the fingerprint update, really? I've not gotten a fingerprint update. I did get my first update, which supposedly upped the camera. I have been waiting for the fingerprint update, so I'm actually going to check right now live just to see if there is a software update waiting for me. Because if there is, that would be great. No. My software is currently up to date, so we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, hopefully it will be good. Let's see. Have you checked the Fold unboxings? What do you think? So, I did have access to a Fold. I was not able to record it. And it was a very frustrating thing because, like, I was trying to be able to, because I knew how much it would be, you know, and that was 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I did see some of the unboxings, and I was thinking, God, if I could have had 2 weeks before everyone else, that would have been so great. And didn't work out, but I did get to see it before even the unboxings happened. I haven't caught up on all the unboxings. I know the main one I'll check out probably is Lou. I did see the Samsung posted that thing, and I will tell you that Samsung just really messed up this whole pre-order thing. So I've let you guys know before, and I don't know if our friend from Samsung that watches and always has internal information is watching, but basically we have heard before that for Samsung, it was going to make about 1 million Galaxy Folds, and that's 1 million across all the countries. There was a rumor they might be upping it to 2, but as of right now, it was still 1 million. I think they clearly got the indication that there's way more demand than what they have initially. The reason why I say that is because I didn't get any indication that it was like I signed up for Samsung to let me know when pre-orders were going to be happening, or, you know, when to find out more information about it, on 3 different emails. 3 different emails, signed up for each of them. Didn't get any email. I literally had a friend tell me, hey, did you end up pre-ordering the Galaxy Fold? I'm like, I checked yesterday, there was nothing. And so I immediately signed up to be in the line for the pre-orders. I was like number 7,000. So obviously it's like, okay, well, I'm pretty much screwed. Got the email for the pre-order yesterday. Went to click it. Hey, we're going to save your place in line, but to the current demand, we don't have any available for sale. So, which basically means that I'm probably not going to get the Galaxy Fold. If I do get it, it probably won't be at launch. So there you go. It's really frustrating in terms of that. Like, it's really frustrating. What can I say? It's just, the thing about it was just like that Samsung should have been more on top of this. They should have, you know, if you signed up for an email to get the pre-orders, then why wasn't I emailed on 3 different accounts? I don't trust Samsung. That's why I did that. I checked on it every 3 days. So yeah, the Galaxy Fold thing has just been a mess, and obviously they underestimated the demand. And I'm surprised that it sold that well, even though that they only have it for AT&T and T-Mobile. There is no unlocked variant on Samsung's website. It is only for those 2 carriers. So, and it's still sold out. It completely sold out, which means they grossly underestimated how many they would need in the US. I'm not sure if it's the same issue in China or in Japan or in Asia in general. In Korea, obviously, their home base, you had to imagine they at least have a quarter, at least 250,000 allocated just for that area, if not more. And then you also have Europe. So it's just like, this phone could have only been sold in so many places. How was it overall? I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. It's kind of sucks. Apple YouTubers are taking mini LED and micro to come later. So mini LED is something that Apple is going to have on their new iMac Pro or iMacs apparently. And mini LED is basically another way of having a different technology. So it's different from micro LED. It's not as good as micro LED, but it's apparently comparable to OLED. I haven't done as much information on it, but it doesn't have the screen burn-in, of course, of OLED. But everything else has been kind of mixed. Some people say it's better, some people say it's worst. So I need to do more research on mini LED, but it's not as good as micro LED. That is what I've gathered from what I have read on it. So I'll have to wait and see. What car do you have? I have a Hyundai Sonata Hybrid, and I've been very happy with it. If you actually saw, we did our first car review with one of the loaners I had, which is the Hyundai Sonata Hybrid plug-in, which was awesome. Like, I really loved driving that car, and that was an awesome car that I had for about 3 months. And yeah, it was awesome. Like, I loved it. But it was really sad to kind of just when my car was working again. It's something like driving your own car because you're not as tense. I feel like every time I have a loaner, I'm more tense when I drive, just because obviously I don't own this car, and if something happens to this car, that's another problem I don't need. So yeah, but yeah, that's the car that I have, Hyundai Sonata Hybrid, and honestly, I loved the car. Like I've had the car for, I want to say 5 years, and I never had one issue with it throughout the 4 years before this. And then as soon as I pay it off, of course, 3 months later is when all the issues happen. So yeah. Did you switch days? No, I did not. The car broke down. That's why it wasn't yesterday. Again, I posted on certain things. AT&T, yes. The Fold. T-Mobile, maybe. So the Galaxy Fold is going to be AT&T and T-Mobile only. And again, they don't even have an unlocked version of it available in the US. It's only T-Mobile and AT&T. Samsung Fold is cool. It costs a lot of money. Yes, it does. Should we buy the Note 5G version now or wait till next year? You should not buy a phone, the Note, or you said the Note 5G version. You should not buy a 5G version for the 5G of any smartphone this year. 5G is not ready, and carriers will push it down your throat, of course, this year, but it is really not ready. They're just trying to make up for the money they spent. But 5G is not ready this year at all. I'll wait till foldable phones get better and cheaper. That's a good way to go. I don't know why AT&T added the 5GE logo AT&T version Samsung phone. Yeah, they added it on all their new flagships basically. And the thing is, it's the same LTE Advanced. There's nothing different about it. It literally is just an updated logo that's trying to rip off their customers essentially. Hopefully Moto won't end up like HTC. Ooh, gotta bring HTC in it. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. All right. Trying to see where we ended off. HTC will come back with a vengeance. No, they won't. They're just making phones for all the Pixel phones now. Third lens on the new next iPhone will be a wide angle or 3D lens laser focus. It will be a wide angle, from what I've heard, is what they're more focusing on. Yes, there is a time of flight camera that they could be focusing on, but as of right now, it looks like they're more focused on getting the wide angle. Fold is too expensive, not worth the money, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Most people shouldn't get it. Oh Lord, not TikTok. TikTok is the devil. The power of Rigsby compels you, TikTok. Note 10 Pro seems too much. Isn't the Note supposed to be the superior phone of the S series for pros, basically? Yes. And yeah, I don't... The naming scheme is just weird. Why call that one the Pro and not the Plus? And I don't know. Retailers will have their own trade-in. Samsung focus is on phones right now. The reviews I saw on the Fold, reviewers were very impressed with the box. Yeah, the box themselves was an amazing presentation, right? And that's the whole thing about the Fold, that it's supposed to have this amazing presentation with the box themselves. Which, yeah, if you're paying that kind of money, you better get an amazing box. You better get amazing everything. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. MKBHG was very impressed by the Fold. I have not checked out his video. I've not checked out his or Lou's yet, or Engadget. I did The Verge and CNET because those were the first two that came out today. Everyone that got the Fold was directly from Samsung. I did find out that. That everyone who got the Fold today was directly from Samsung. Oh, Ricky, the Fold pre-sales are all taken. Over 100,000 units for each direct sale from Samsung are taken. There will be a few thousands for AT&T, T-Mobile, and Best Buy. So in the US, we're only getting 100,000 units. I mean, hopefully we'll get more, but that's freaking insane. We're only getting 100,000 units in the US. Jesus, Samsung, why didn't you think there would be more? There would be more demand. Do you think this is a good phone for Samsung, the A80? I think the A80 is an awesome phone. I love the concept. Again, I want to get rid of the front camera. I'm all for doing whatever we need to only have one good camera, or you know, we can have 3 cameras, but one main camera for rear and front. Like, I've always believed that the selfie camera is a waste of time. So things like the A80 are great. I wish we were getting in the US. From what I hear, only the A50 and the A30 are coming to the US of the new A series models. But yeah, the A80 is one that I definitely would love to get in the US. Is there a way to make the multitasking app not go back? Like when you tap the recent apps button from an open app, it will go to the previous open app. Can you change this? No, I think, well, if you tap it once, it will show your recent apps. But if you tap it twice, then it will go to the last app you used. At least, what phone are you talking about? Because I'm thinking of Samsung with Good Lock on it. If you're talking about that one, that is the one I'm thinking of. Are you talking about the S8? No, I mean, again, yeah, the double tap should go back to the most recent one. But if you have the S8 and you have the One UI on it, put Good Lock on it. Check out our video talking about Good Lock, which I think was in the first things you must do for the S10. And yeah, that video will actually help anyone with One UI a lot. hopefully none of the consumers get rooked in the chess game. Yeah. I have a question for you. Have you heard about the A80? Yes, I already answered that one. Thank you for your great videos. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Fingerprint update is through the Samsung store. Oh, maybe I did get it. I mean, I just updated all this stuff, so I'll check that out. I just got the March updates, bug fixes, and camera and whatnot. See, that's the one I got. I just got the One UI update for the Note 8. How do you like it? How do you charge a brand new phone out of the box? You use it until it runs out, then charge. So no, you don't have to drain it all the way to 100%. You don't have to drain it all the way down to 0%. Basically, ideally, if you want ideal for your charging needs, you always want to keep your phone between 20% and up to 80%. Now, does everyone do that? Of course not. We charge it. We go to 100%. We go down 15%, 10% of battery life. But ideally, for your battery health, you would want to always keep it between 20 and 80, especially with direct plug-in. Wireless charging is kind of exempt for this, and wireless charging is much better off for your battery in the long run. But direct charge, that's what you want to do, 80 to 20%. 20 to 80%. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. I just got the, yeah, wait. Would you recommend the Tab S4 over the Tab S3, or should I wait for the Tab S5? The Tab S4, I think it was a much better tablet than the Tab S3. Had a huge battery life increase. I mean, 16 hours. I typically get about 15 hours battery life on my tablet. Even if I'm really stressing it out, I'll still get about 13, and that's stressing it out with games and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the Tab S4 is definitely worth it over the Tab S3. However, the Tab S5e is really good if you don't need a high-end processor. So take a look at that one as well, because that one that's coming out is really good. Again, if you just don't need a high-end processor, it's one you should take a look at. I would say that that tablet, the Tab S5e, is way better than the Tab S3 as well. What should you wait for the Tab S5? We don't know if the Tab S5 is actually coming out this year. If it is, it could be at the end of the year with the Note, but I honestly think the Tab S5 isn't coming out till next year. My opinion, I haven't heard anything about it, but Samsung does not upgrade that Tab S series every year. So, hello from Australia. Hey, Shane from Australia. The vendors messed up the Fold pre-order. They did it without official Samsung permission. AT&T, T-Mobile, and Best Buy were overzealous on the amount of inventory. Great. Verizon is gearing up on 5G. They opted to be the first with the S10 5G. AT&T, T-Mobile paid for the Fold launch partners. AT&T paid close to 15 million plus to those rights. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you always, Mullet Baby 01, for all the inside information you always have for them. So yeah, really interesting to see what's going on with them. All right, let's see what else we have going on. Oh, wait. A whole bunch of questions just loaded without me even noticing. Okay. S10 sold out in Australia. Okay, so as of now, Verizon isn't getting the Fold. No, Verizon's not getting the Fold. Apparently, they did opt to be the first with the 5G variant. They have 250,000 units made for South Korea as of today. The glass is the issue. The factory is being used in Japan, cannot keep up with the demand. So there you go. That's what's causing the funnel issue right now. Any word on trade-ins for the Fold? As far as I know, it's the same kind of trade-in. So up to $300 trade-in for S9s and Notes. So not the $500 trade-in we got with the S10 when it first came out. My Note 8 has screen burn. Yeah, unfortunately, if you have a phone for that long by now, it most likely would have screen burn by now. Just because if you ever put it past the orange part when you do the full brightness bar, it's going to happen. You need an old school muscle car. I love old school muscle cars, but the ones that I would want are pricey, so it wouldn't work out. I did have a Mustang. Mustang was my first car. Loved it, but definitely I'm more of a hybrid person now. Just better on fuel efficiency, especially in Los Angeles. How do you put a case on a foldable phone? Samsung actually gives you a case with the foldable phone. I don't know if that did happen in the unboxings that they did today. Again, I did not see those videos yet, but they are giving you a free case for it. And then, yes, there are cases sold. Basically, you have you have a case for the front and a case for the back. That's how you do it. Check out Ricky's new app, 51st Date Questions, in the description. If you feel so inclined, get rid of the ads with an app purchase. Yes. Thank you for always reminding me, Quiet Storm. If you didn't know, we do have an app that we like to plug once a week, and it's called 51st Date Questions. It's a really fun dating app that if you're on a date with your significant other, it's a really fun time. And it's an app that I made. It's my first app that I ever made, so really fun, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. Me and my wife played it, and a lot of other of our friends have played it. Really like it, so definitely recommend to download it. Whoa, we got a super chat. JRBs, thanks for all the great reviews. Here's to help with the car stuff. Thank you so much for the super chat, and yeah, thank you guys for all the well wishes with the car. It's a trial, but this is why I love doing live chats with you guys. Just how supportive you guys are all are. So I really appreciate it. I just want to say that. All right, let's see. Let's get back to the questions because a whole bunch of questions just loaded. I think that was number 3 or 4. Where are we at, guys? I have a Note 9. Should I get a Note 10? Is it worth the big differences? We don't know anything about the Note 10 yet, concrete. We know it's going to have a time-of-flight camera. It's going to have all the upgrades that the S10 had. For those alone, I would say the Note 10 most likely will be a really good upgrade for the Note 9. But let's wait and see. I can tell you having a wide-angle telephoto and regular camera are really big, especially if the Note 10 has a better zoom than the S10, then yes, it will be worth it just for the cameras alone. Hello, Ricky. I recently got an update for my S10 Plus. Noticed call and message continuity. How does it work? It's a weird thing. Mine has that too. It's basically, it's a way you can like live text message while you're on a phone call. Why you would want to do that, I don't know. But yeah, you can live text message while you're on a phone call. It's a really weird thing. I don't see a point of it. That's me. I was able to download Q Beta on my Pixel 1. How have you liked it so far? I was waiting until like the betas go more on before I load it on my Pixel phone. Note 10 X is in the alpha phase. There are 8 different designs and concepts. Still 8, really? I thought they narrowed it down by now. The design choices are not made until the end of May or June. Orders have been placed for the Snapdragon 815. Oh? Was that a typo? For the CPU. So it's still going to be the Snapdragon 8. Wait. Was that a typo? I think that was a typo. The Samsung Galaxy Fold will only be on display at Best Buy at the top 30 and 45 AT&T selling locations. That listed coming directly from AT&T and Best Buy. Samsung really has little say in where. Wow, that sucks. But if AT&T paid them $15 million, I guess that's why. Let's see. Can you get the Inox skin? I'm not sure. Oh, I think you're talking about the what do you call it? The skin for the Epic ones. No, I already used it on mine, but yeah, some people were trying to steal my account. Funny enough for that, so that was crazy. Hellboy movie was a complete waste of time and a complete letdown. Yeah, I did not watch Hellboy. I was not too excited about it, but then once the reviews came out terrible, I was just like, okay, well, I'm not watching it. The Apple YouTubers I watch know more about 2020 than what's coming this year. Yeah, basically. The Fold on display at Best Buy, only at certain ones, it appears. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions flooded. Everybody drink. I just got the fingerprint update right now, literally. I apparently have to get mine like ASAP. The One UI is alright. I lost my text messages when it updated. What the heck? You lost your text messages? That's BS. Have you heard of anything on a Fold case? Yeah, again, Samsung has a Fold case. Elixir has Fold cases. Like, there are cases for the Galaxy Fold. How do I see what apps are draining battery on the S9 Plus? The One UI update screwed a lot of things up. You can still see it under device maintenance, I think it's called, in the settings. I can't wait till jerry-rig everything. Pen test on the Fold. I know, will he fold it the other way? Like, well, how is he going to do it? Unfortunately, Samsung Galaxy Tab S2 now. I don't get the Android 8.0 update. I mean, I wouldn't recommend updating that tablet to that, to be honest. Let's see. Every Fold review has reviewers snapping the Fold shut. They seem to liven the sound, maybe. This can't be good. Cheers. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. Really, again, the Fold seemed really cool when I tested it. I did test, as you can imagine, from my connections. I did test a pre-production model, but it was still really cool to see and use. AT&T will offer the Fold for $66 for 30 months and $82 for 24 months with the next every year. That is a steep price. Yes, it is. Hey Ricky, what is the song title? Hero Song? It's by it should be in the bottom of the description, but it's by, what is the name? So it's by Con Randy. It was basically a friend of my wife's, and he's really cool guy. But like, his songs went up on Google Play Store, and then he took them down. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I only got it from the Google Play Store or when he had it, and I bought it to support. So yeah, it's CONNRANEY. And I used to have a link to his Facebook at the bottom. I'll have to check the description because I haven't checked in a long time, but it used to be there at the very bottom of the description. Let's see. Just hit like and watch the channel for awesome videos, Ricky. Yeah, that always helps. Just watching videos, giving like thumbs up, and especially, I know it takes an extra step, but if whatever video you like the most on the channel, share it. That helps out so much. I can't tell you how much, like, when I see a video is shared, it goes up so much more in views and so much more in watch time, because, you know, it's friends and family members that shared it, so then people of their friends and family watch it. So that really always helps out the most. Sharing the video really helps out as well. Good luck, Nice Catch app. Please explain. The Nice Catch app for good luck. The Nice Shot, you mean? Let me see, where was that? No, Nice Catch. Oh, that's the other one, isn't it? Nice Catch, I haven't really used, so I can't speak to it. It looks like that same kind of thing where, like, it vibrates when you pick it up so that you know what was going on. But I haven't used it. I am going to do an update on a couple of videos for some apps for the S10. So I'm going to have a must-have apps for the phone, and then also apps that'll unlock hidden features on the phone. So that video is coming, including how to get the Google Camera app on your phone, which really is impressive. We've been doing low light tests recently, and they've been really good. Let's see. Idea for the future of Samsung phones. Give all models an S Pen and put the selfie camera on the pen. Not a bad idea. What generation foldable phone should we wait for before we invest in it? I'm thinking third or fourth. I would say second or third, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see how low the prices go down. Ricky, have you ever thought of making a theme for Samsung? No, I don't know if I'd be that good at it, to be honest. I mean, just the app itself took a lot of development for not only me, but paying people to do things. So I don't think I have that kind of skill level to create a theme. I would have ideas on how to design it, but not do it doing it myself. I do like the dark background from One UI though. Oh, I love that for sure. I also get used to multi-apps window a bit different now. Get good luck. You'll enjoy it a lot more. Quiet Storm. Samsung Fold has a headphone jack or not? No, it does not have a headphone jack. Samsung only offered up to 300 trade-in. Pretty sucky for my Note 9. Didn't do it. Too bad other phones have have this high price. Yeah, you'd be better off selling your Note 9. You can sell your Note 9 for at least probably $500, $600, and then, you know, put that towards the Fold. I'm not sure this is a true Samsung Note 10 will ditch the headphone jack for a bigger battery. No, it will not ditch the headphone jack. Alright guys, I think we will call that a show. Thank you guys always so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Again, more videos coming out this week, especially some really cool ones we have doing. I like this one that I'm working on right now for a new smart home outdoor plug. Pretty cool video. Again, it's kind of like doing videos at other locations is really what I love doing now, to get a different kind of feel and design for it. But yeah, should be fun. Alright guys, thank you as always so much for watching. Really appreciate it. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up to